with a link to a posting up at the Worcester Telegram and Gazette's blog section. And Jay Gibbons, G-I-B-A-N-S, Gibbons, posts this. I thought it was a fascinating story about where we are in Massachusetts right now. Assuming public records are correct, is it surprising that the West Boylston person charged with committing $93,000 of Medicaid fraud lives at the new SMOC, the town's Section 8 project? The Attorney General's office issued a press release that Marcy Keegan Grenache and her brother allegedly billed Mass Health for more than $93,000 of services never provided. Innocent till proven guilty, yes, but a larger question arises, Givens writes. Should a person guilty of committing fraud against the state for financial gain be banned from ever being eligible for their programs again? Now, I'll be honest with you. Right off the top of my head, my answer is, well, yeah, of course. If you're on Medicaid and you scam Medicaid out of $93,000, it's time for you to not be on Medicaid anymore. If you're on EBT card and you are caught selling your EBT card with $300 worth of stuff on it for $100 cash so you can go out and buy liquor, you should not be able to get an EBT card again. If you are living in Section 8 housing and you're a scam artist, you should not be living in Section 8 housing. Now, is this... Do I sound crazy? I don't feel crazy. 781-433-0404. We spend more money than almost every other state on welfare. We're number 4 in the country when it comes to entitlement spending and welfare spending. We're number 4. And we pay all these taxes. We pay Governor Patrick's proposed higher income taxes and higher gas taxes. We pay these taxes in part to help the worthy poor, people who want to pay their own bills, they're trying to find jobs, or have gone through a tough time, right? Isn't that why we do that? But once Mr. Worthy Poor announces, no, I'm just lazy dirtbag, well, then I'm done. Okay, fine, we gave you a chance. You stole $93,000, and once again, innocent until proven guilty, $93,000 from Medicaid. You're off Mass Health. You're off the dole. You should simply not be able to get any more welfare benefits. It seems completely reasonable to me. So Givens, the blogger at the Worcester Telegram and Gazette, sent a questionnaire to state reps. Jim O'Day, Democrat of West Boylston, Kim Ferguson, Republican of Holden, and my buddy Sean O'Connell down in Taunton. Sean O'Connell is one of the leaders against the EBT fraud, which is why she's so unpopular on Beacon Hill, and they keep trying to come after her. But anyway, so Representative Ferguson out in Holden says, I do believe if someone's found guilty of defrauding the state, they should lose their benefits. Excellent. Sean O'Connell, there should be a zero-tolerance policy. These are taxpayer-funded programs. You defraud the system, you get caught, you should be punished. I mean, once again, we're doing you a favor. We're paying your bills for you that you, as an adult, should pay for yourself. You get caught, you should go off it. But then, the one person that the blogger at the Worcester Telegram and Gazette didn't hear from is Representative O'Day, who actually represents the dirtbags, the alleged dirtbags of West Boylston, who were caught scamming you out of $93,000 in welfare fraud. He refused to answer the question. And in October of last year, he stated that he opposed additional regulations like the issuance of a photo ID for EBT, that it's a waste of taxpayers' money, and he claims studies have shown that a very small percentage of people on traditional assistance abuse it. Really? Really? Is that what studies have shown? Because I saw the actual article in the Boston Herald that showed that more than 47,000 families receiving taxpayer-funded benefits were unaccountable for. $30 million in food stamp money went to recipients who were not eligible. 40% of the people getting free Obama phones are either not eligible or nowhere never even asked them because they just gave them the phones. And this is the number that truly shocks me at 781-433-0404. 35% of Americans are on some form of welfare, of means-tested entitlements. In other words, we're not talking about Social Security. We're not talking about Medicare, elderly health care. We're talking about means, stuff that you only get because you're poor or out of work. 35%. Think about that. You put 100 people randomly out of America in a room. A third of them are sitting there waiting for the other two-thirds to feed, clothe, and house them, or some variation. Like, not everyone is on all the welfare benefits. But 35% of you go to the movie, you go out to see, Zero Dark 30 or Django, because you want to catch the last, the movies right before the Academy Awards, and there are 100 people at theater. Statistically speaking, a third of those people are waiting for you to buy their popcorn and their Coke Zero. Out at the Worcester Telegram and Gazette, they have a blogger who saw a news story that this couple just got busted for $93,000 worth of Medicaid fraud. That's poverty health care fraud. $93,000 of cash for stuff that never happened. They put the money in their pockets. Where were they living? Public housing. And his question is, what's going to happen? Assuming they're guilty, and we don't know, but assuming that it turns out they're guilty, they go to jail if they do, which of course no one goes to jail, but still, they come back. Are they going to be able to keep living on public housing, collecting EBT, and getting mass health? They stole $90,000 from mass health. No. And the question is, shouldn't you lose the ability to get benefits once you are tried and convicted of stealing the benefits? Isn't that the end point? So he calls, he emails some state reps, including Sean O'Connor, who says, absolutely, this is something we do to help you. If you abuse our help, you just don't get it anymore. The one person who wouldn't answer, the Democrat who actually represents West Boylston and where these people live. Dave Andelman, should people who are caught red-handed stealing Social Security supplemental income, stealing disability, stealing EBTs, should they lose their eligibility for those programs?
Well, just to make you feel worse, I just read a story that says that Massachusetts is the #4 welfare state.
#4, baby, with the bullet.
And we're aiming for #1.
Absolutely.
We want to be #1 in something here.
Well, you got people riding the wagon like Shattuck.
Take us there. Get on my back, people.
I was just giving a talk at the State House, and when I say this, right, you watch these reps and senators physically recoil because either they don't know it or they don't want to hear it. There's 2.5 million homes in this state, 700,000 adults on welfare and unemployment. Those are depression-like numbers, and the only difference is these homes are getting a check instead of being forced to go to a soup line.
Right.
Now, I believe that the government does provide a social safety net. However, in my world, you would literally sign an affidavit saying, this is how the money will be spent. I'm giving up my cable television. I'm giving up my beer, my cigarettes. And if you violate that, not only are you off the dole, that's jail time. I don't know why this is not treated any differently than coming into my house and stealing my television, because the amount that we're paying in taxes is far more than anything that's inside your house.
Absolutely. Now, Shattuck, before you respond to this, I want to add one more horrifying statistic.